Hey, what's up, witches? Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the live. If this is your first time here, I'm Luna, adjusting my camera. and, oops, wait a minute. No more echoes. There goes my son. There goes my son's friend. Hi, anyhow, um, these are live stream readings for the collective. So I do not do individual readings. I don't answer individual questions, but they are messages. I mean, as a priestess, this is what I do, just messages. See what Spirit has to say for wherever we are right now, and particularly just for the collective, all right? So whatever resonates for you, claim it. Okay. Oh. Fair warning, I am tonight. The moon is creeping up on my sun. I'm coming up to a new moon. So I'm kind of in moon dark, personal moon dark right now. But yeah, I've just been real twitchy. I've got a lot of like frenetic energy in my body. So I think what I'd like to do after I say hi to everybody. Hi, Catherine. Hi, Roxanne. Hi, Sam. Welcome to you all. I'm so glad to see you. I'm so glad. And I'm sorry I didn't schedule and post earlier. Sorry, I'm trying to get my seat comfortable. See what I mean? I'm like, I'm very ADHD tonight. I think that's what's happening. So, we are going to have a really good grounding. Hi, Maruto. Welcome. Welcome to you. Okay, yeah, we're going to go swinging right into... And I well, let's see. I shut the air conditioner off because I cannot stand that hum that you guys get to hear. And I'm getting ready to like redo everything so I can minimize that as much as possible. And it's going to be warm, so I'm opening the window, which means that the pollen's going to come in. So here we go. Oh, all right. All right, everybody, welcome. Whoever's new here, if you would like to join in the chat, you have to subscribe, but you only have to be subscribed for a solid minute before you can jump in the chat. So if you want to and you're not subscribed, hit subscribe now. By the time we're done grounding, you're in. Hi, Natalie. Welcome. Oh, so glad to see everybody. Okay, so let's do. It's an absolutely gorgeous evening, and it's nice and cool. It's like mid to low 70s right now, so it's perfect. And I'm taking it the sound is good. Yeah, ants in my pants. That's absolutely true. There are ants everywhere. Another thing is that my right shoulder is slightly out of joint. I have the hypermobility thing, and this shoulder just kind of is stuck, and I can't get it to snap back in, and it really hurts. So I appreciate any vibes you want to send me for my right shoulder, not to be distracting to me. Good morning from Oz, Natalie. That's right. I mean, that thrills me that one of you's there with the sun coming up, and here we are with the sun going down. It's amazing. All right. So let's do a good grounding, because I need it. And before we even begin this, let's just tune into your breath, and particularly put your attention on the exhale. I'm just going to let you do that by yourself while I do some other things. So while we're going through all of this, just good deep belly breaths. Let your belly be soft and go way out there. And then deep, full, complete exhales. Off you go. Ouch. By air and fire, may the space that I'm in, that you're in, and the cyberspace that we occupy together be purified cleared of any excess or deficiency in the realm of air and the realm of fire, and may it be charged. And may our minds be open and inspired, and vision be clear, and our will, our intention be the very highest. By water and earth, may this physical space, your physical space, and the ether that we share be blessed and made whole. May we all have the healing energy that we need, or the energy that we need in order to heal, do whatever work we need to do. May we be grounded and have good insights tonight. And by the sound of the bell, we call in spirit. And with spirit, we welcome and call in our guides and guardians, allies and ancestors. Thank you for being here with us tonight. Thank you for being the messengers. I am open to everything that you bring to me. Blessed be. We offer you fresh water. We offer you the fire of Azrael, and I offer your own to you, this absolutely beautiful begonia. I'll give you a closer look at it. Okay, so let's do a good grounding here. Wait a minute. The breeze just came flying in and smoke in the face. Okay. So now, good exhale. Focus on your body. Come down into your body. Feel your skin. Relax into your chair, your couch, your floor, your bed, wherever you are. Allow your body to relax into it. And allow your mind to relax into your body. Hello, Pyewacket. I feel somebody's nose. And let's do some strong exhales. So a nice, easy, deep inhale. Hold it at the top for like 4 seconds. And then big. Push it out. And then relax your belly. So what we do is we pull air in until we're filled up, and then we just hold it there, not with tension, but just hold it at the peak for like 4 seconds, and then a big rush of an exhale, kind of squeeze out the last, and when you get to the bottom there, you hold it another 4 seconds, then relax your belly and just feel the breath come in. So let's do that together a few times, all right? Starting with the inhale. Hold. And relax. Now let your breathing be just according to your body, and let the breathing breathe itself. Okay, let's see here. I got to catch up with messages. And then we will put our roots down and do the big ground, okay? I'm just saying. All right, I'll catch up in a minute there. Hi, Laura. I knew there was somebody new. Hello, Deco Girl. Hello. All right. So now settle back down in again. Let your breath settle. Feel that root chakra at the perineum there, between the yoni and the rectum. The perineum, the taint, as it were. That's your root chakra. Open it up and let the root go down. And you can expand your awareness to just observe and sense the nature of the ground that root is going into, wherever the season is. And then, of course, you feel earth energy just attracted to that root and rising up. And as that begins to fill your body, know that anything that's heavy or dense just sinks down to that root chakra and goes back down into the earth. Listen to the drums, let that energy flood into your body. Green and gold, watch it go everywhere. However it happens for you is right. Sometimes it fills up like water, sometimes it happens in a flash. This is earth energy that already lives inside your cells. So it is already there, and as soon as the earth energy touches your physical body, everything lights up. Okay, let's have a nice exhale. Breathe in. Bring up that earth energy. Turn up the volume. Just the breath release. 2 more times. Out the crown. Sometimes you can use your arms to follow that energy and kind of delineate its path as it goes up and then down all around you. Certainly it is as big as your fingertips can reach and your toes can reach. You know Da Vinci's guy in the circle? What's it called? The Vitruvian Man? Something like that. So see this sphere or this egg that you're in. Whatever shape it takes is its shape. And it's all the way down around you and touching the ground, sinking down, hugging your root, reaching up into the cosmos to ask in cosmic energy, star energy, vast, limitless light, the direct opposite in density of earth energy coming down through your body. Each flash of cosmic energy is attracted to a flash of earth energy, and they connect like little living magnets, and they begin to spin. Countless numbers of them. And as the earth energy brings you more fully into your body and connects your body more fully to the earth, cosmic energy connects you directly with the spirit that is already you. And it lifts the density of the earth so that we are balanced perfectly between earth and sky, between body and spirit, with mind facilitating. And then another exhale, deep breath in, send a layer out. Just watch a layer of that egg detach and move out, and as soon as it moves out, it connects with everybody else's. Connecting us in this energetic circle where we can lend and know that when someone else's energy connects with your circle, your interpersonal egg or sphere acts as a filter. So they can send you whatever is coming from them, and your body will only take, your body, mind, spirit will only take what is best for it. Yeah? So no worries. No worries about sharing. All right, have I forgotten anything? I don't think so. Right, let's look at the decks. All right. I'm still catching up with messages. I had to scroll way back. Okay. In spaz mode, big time. Yeah, well, I mean, Sun's in Gemini. So, you know, coming from Taurus with all that heavy Taurus energy, you know, very, very grounded and slow and dense. And then wee Gemini. So Gemini with a Leo moon. All righty. Yes, I played Golda in Fiddler on the Roof at Walsh Jesuit High when I was a senior at the Elms. Okay. See, you can tell how I'm breathing when I'm sighing a lot. Things are hectic. Sunny and beautiful Minnesota. Isn't it a beautiful, I mean, still spring, but summer so far. It's summer. Once Beltane hits, it's summer. I do not have any blue lace agate. Thanks for the suggestion, but I don't. I have a selenite. This is a selenite sphere right here, and it is humming. All right, yeah, I needed that. Yes, yes, yes. Snickerdoodles and digital tea. Hello, Truth and Shadow. Dee Dee. Oh, my Max Headroom. Hey, bud. Yay! Oh, Max! So Natalie's in Australia too. We have 2 Aussies here. This is so exciting. So exciting. And if you're new to the live and you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button, and 1 minute later you will be able to join in the chat. I need to slow down. It's going to be fun tonight, you guys. It's going to be a fun one. Okay, let's meet the decks before I dump my water everywhere. Star Tarot. You notice we're only doing 4. I'm pairing it back. I was going to pair it back to 3, but we see how that worked out. Then we have Solitary Witch Oracle. And I haven't shuffled anybody either because I was just frantically getting ready. The Goddess Oracle by Marashinsky and Yanto. This is Solitary Witch is Lucy Cavendish. Star Tarot is Kathy McClelland. And then we have the Sacred Rose. So we have a classic deck, and that is Johanna Gargiulo Sherman. All right. So look at my begonia. Isn't it pretty? Oh, it's so pretty. I want you to see inside. Never mind, I'm going to dump water if I do that. Okay, it's good. Oh, and I wanted to show you too, because someone asked about what, on one of my unboxings, what this is. I have several different ones. This is a lead crystal perfume vial that was my mother's. She collected them. They weren't used for perfume. And this one, every one of them has chips and cracks in them now, but this is the one that I'm using now for my fresh water, and I do have some other ones that I use on occasion. Right. All right. Yes, Max Headroom. It was an amazing show. All right. What do we need to know? Let me settle. I hate to say this, but I'm going to try my damnedest to ignore you guys, because when I'm on, being a Leo and having been a performer, it's very difficult for me to just focus. I'm always aware of an audience, even when it's virtual. So it's green. Yes, it is green. All right. South Node. Ooh. Ew. You know what? I want to roll again. I was not at all focused, even though I said I was gonna. All right. Well, 7th house came up a second time, so they don't mind. Wow. Saturn in Taurus. And, you know, I'm going to talk about the first role anyhow because that one was the South Node in Scorpio. So talking about letting go of our control issues within committed partnerships and commitments. Oof. I mean, that's as succinct as I can be with it. Scorpio is absolute control issues and stuff, and the South Node is the past, what you are hanging on to. So, and it can talk about frozen emotional things, emotions that have been locked in, but the seventh house here is about committed commitments, committed partnerships, whether it's business, whether it's a life partner or an enemy. Okay. But now we have Saturn in Taurus, and this talks about really seriously having a plan, having a goal, having the motivation to achieve something, to make something long-lasting. Saturn is longevity and long-lasting. So we're talking about the practicality, the practical foundation, the material foundation of our committed relationships and what our goals are. What do we see about ourselves in the future? And, you know, one of the things, although Saturn and Taurus, you think about, you know, earthy and parked and slow and not going anywhere, but relationships do go somewhere. They evolve. We evolve. We change. And as we reach certain ages and start, you know, our physicality starts changing, or, you know, we start suffering some of the conditions of aging. If our relationship is not flexible enough to grow with those things and age, you know, through these changes, then there's going to be trouble. But Saturn talks about the long-lasting partnerships, and Taurus says that it is based in not just in the physical, in how we take care of our physical life and the life that we build with a partner. All right, I'm going to stop talking about that, but certainly about long-lasting partnerships and what we're aiming for. You know, do we have goals with our partners? And, you know, do we have like a dynamic plan with them? Because sometimes in partnerships, people have careers. You know, the partnership is at home, and then we got careers, and my passions are this way and your passions are that way, and hopefully there's, you know, that makes it wonderful to come back together and share those things. But while you're back together, you also have to have a goal for the relationship. What do we want to do together? How do we want to experience life together? All right. Like I say, I'm not going to talk about that anymore, and then I keep talking. Here we go, you guys. Let's see. Okay. Who's up first? 1, 2, 3, or 4? 6. 1, 2, 3, or 4. Well, what is it? I picked the clear one tonight, and it's kind of hard to see. Okay, you give, what did I say? 3. Good. So the Goddess is coming out first, and I'm very happy. And I'm, you know, I almost just decided on an order, but then that would kick the tiny die out, and I couldn't do that to any of us. Plus, I like to randomize things as much as humanly possible, because that's what lets the messages get through. That's what lets the magic in. And you will, of course, indulge me while I shuffle in a leisurely manner. I'm feeling myself settle, that's for sure. All right. One for the maid, one for the mother, one for the crone, and... oh, mother. Mother, grandmother. Goddess divine. Ooh. Well, isn't that interesting? Blodeuwedd and Rhiannon, both Welsh. Okay. Oh my lordy! Betrayal, doubt. We're definitely going to be taking another here. I just want to see a little bit of Blodeuwedd here, and then I'm just going to read. Where's the thing? There we go. Oh. I'm very confused here. Oh, good. They are in alphabetical order, but I never mind. Never mind. Okay. Betrayal. This deck has these wonderful verses, and I am going to read that. Created out of flowers and made for pleasure, I was given to Thu Thogufus as wife. I hope I pronounced that somewhere close to. We were happy and spent many hours making love till he left one morning for the High King's court. That day another man came along, and it was he I wanted. His caresses were sweeter, his manhood was stronger, he promised not to leave me. I could not live without him. Together we plotted the death of my husband and carried it out 1 year hence. We thought we killed Thu, and he returned a year later and killed my lover. I ran to get away, hoping to escape, but the pounding hooves of my pursuers caught up with me. The magician, who turned me from flowers into a woman, turned me from a woman into an owl as punishment for my betrayal. Ooh! And I see Blodeuwedd's hooting call just as I go, ooh! Ooh, ooh! All right. So we have betrayal. And Rhiannon is doubt. I wasn't certain after all. I wasn't certain. After all, my face had blood on it. All fingers pointed to me. Could I have killed him, my infant son, my own, in my sleep? I was accused and found guilty, and I doubted myself. For 7 long years, I played horse to my lord husband Pool's guests, carrying them into court, carrying them out again, and the times were many when I doubted myself, doubted along with all the other humans, that because I was from the other world, anything was possible. Okay, so she's a horse goddess, as is Epona, one of the first goddesses that ever came to me. So we have betrayal and doubt. And both of these, this talked about killing of a husband. This was killing of a child. Look at the colors. Look at how they're looking at each other. What I'm thinking of here is how we break faith. And we can break faith in so many ways. Because we're looking at 2 goddesses here and 2 female archetypes, I'm thinking about how women have been trained to betray each other. To when a man is playing, and I know this is changing, the women used to attack each other. Now they go after the one in the middle that's lying to everybody. Okay. So let's see who comes next. Okay. We have Hecate, Crossroads, and Lady of Beasts, relationship. So we are at a crossroads in our relationships with each other as women, as human beings. This isn't just for women, but as human beings, we are at a crossroads. How we define our committed relationships, 7th house, has changed radically and is changing radically. When you think about just 50, 60 years ago, divorce was a mega scandal, and boy, you didn't do it unless, first of all, you were wealthy, probably, and, could withstand the scandal. Now, we have so many layers of that old patriarchal system falling away, of the concept of lifetime monogamy. You know, people realizing that's a tall order. And if you have a partner that you can grow old with, that's an amazing thing. But that's not the norm, you know? I think we need to start getting away from the idea of norms when we're thinking about human beings, because things are changing and we are evolving and expanding in the ways that we relate to each other, our ability to commit ourselves to someone else. And the bedrock of that, the bedrock of that is the trust, is always trust. And when we are free, when we are truly free, committed relationships are built on trust, who we know we can trust, who has shown themselves to us and who we know we can rely on, rather than, you know, the bonds of marriage where we're legally stuck. You know, somebody's fucking around on me all the time, but hey, I'm stuck, I can't afford to leave. So, you know, the way we relate to each other is changing. It is at a crossroads. I want to read Hecate's verse and Lady of Beasts as I catch up on comments. Sun in Taurus in the ninth. Well, where, see, Menuda, that just shows the connection, you know. No, Max, I mean, I think we have a lot of at least proto-crones in this group. Yes, you are. Yes, you are in good company, Max. See? Samantha. Max, you know, is the one from Sears. Okay, Sears. Cheers. Tee-hee. Tee-hee. All right, Hecate. I sit in the blackness of the dark moon night with my hounds at the crossroads where three roads converge. At the crossroads, the place of choice. All paths lead to the crossroads, and all are desirable. But only one can you travel, only one can you choose. Choice creates endings, and all beginnings come from endings. At the crossroads, which one will you choose? Which way will you go? Which? Though the choice is yours, here's a secret I'll share. The way to choose is to enter the void. The way to choose is to let die. The way to choose is to fly free. So we have choices here about what sorts of relationships which ones support us, and so which ones will we support in turn. And we can recognize that, you know, if there are relationships where betrayal and doubt, I mean, betrayal's one thing. Doubt is something that can be worked through. Betrayal is an altogether different thing. It's a tough one. But, you know, the bigger the wounds that you work at healing, the bigger the healing. So we are at a crossroads. Which relationships are we choosing? Who are we going to relate to? What will we no longer tolerate in committed relationships? And then looking at ourselves too, we cannot forget to hold the mirror up. Probably first hold the mirror up. You know, looking at things you may have done in the past where you betrayed someone. You know, where you have earned the doubt of someone. And then think about how you can make amends, how you can move forward, weeding those kind of things out. That's another thing. You make a choice. You're at the crossroads. Do I continue these behaviors? And, you know, is it appropriate to acknowledge and contact someone to reconcile or to bring closure or to, you know, heal the past? Lady of Beasts. I desire union in ways comfortable and appropriate. There it is. I open to the dance with another, knowing that it will take me to all the places I fear. That abandonment trauma that's at the bedrock of everything. Some of the places I love, many of the places that need healing. I listen with the ears of my heart and communicate from a place of self-knowing. I consciously give myself away and know how to take myself back. I see myself reflected so perfectly in the other that I begin my most important journey to seek out and claim more of who I am. Oh, and Quadalike comes up, so we have grief there, and she is saying that yes, we do have things, we do have betrayal, and we do have lingering doubt because of betrayal, and there's a grief process, and we have choices to make, and then we decide, the relationship that is going through these things. Maybe it's time to just grieve it as it goes away altogether. Maybe it is time to grieve the past. Yes, these things have happened and we have a lot of work to do. So you do your grief work, then you can perhaps work with your partner and go through your collective, to your united. I'm struggling with words today. Your shared grief work. Thank you. and come to healing. All right. And that's all they're okay, they're screaming at me. And then we have Breed at the bottom with inspiration. Okay. Wow. That was interesting. Okay. 1, 2, 3. So we have 1, 2, and 4. That's 3 again. No. 1, 2, and 4. Samantha, you are on tonight. And there's number 1. Okay, so we have the Star Tarot now. And again, you will humor me as I go through the laborious shuffling of this absolutely incredible deck. Well, it doesn't have to be, Max, doesn't really have to be a romantic partnership. Long-term friendships, your tribe, the people you hang with. Even though it's not an explicit commitment, family is committed relationships. But truthfully now, thinking about it, when you look at 7th house, there are different houses for family in your chart. Your 3rd house is siblings, your 4th and 10th are parents, and with derivative houses, and then 5th house, starting with 5th house, shows children. So with derivative houses, you can look up your grandparents. So if you want your grandmother, you do the 4th house from the 4th house, and you can look up all your relatives. But the 7th house is about those external relationships that have become a bond. I mean, what's commitment but a bond? And sometimes we have committed relationships that there isn't really an emotional bond. I forget that this deck is so hard to shuffle. Stop bitching. All right. Yes, Samantha, it can absolutely. However it resonates for you, darling. Okay, I'm going to leave you there. And see what we're starting with. We have the King of Pentacles. Saturn in Taurus, maybe? Okay. Interesting now that we come out of all this Taurus energy and into Gemini, that we're getting all these earthy, Taurusy things. So King of Pentacles certainly is about mastery in the physical realm. It's about success, material success, but I want to take it into that more spiritual level of mastery in the physical realm. So what does that mean? On one level, like way up here, it can mean not falling prey to your physical urges and cravings. It can mean that my will comes in, you know? If we were all, I mean, think about babies and toddlers, you know, they are fully physical creatures and they just, you know, they can't master their bodies and, oh, I'm hungry, so I'm going to, you know, I'll just put it off for a while. It's no, it's instantaneous. It's very, they're very connected in that way. But as we get older, we learn how to delay gratification, and we learn that, you know, no, you can't have that half an hour before dinner. My kids were absolute masters at not being able to wait another second, exactly 35 minutes before dinner was ready. And they would be coming into the kitchen getting things to eat. It's like, but as adults, we can master that. Okay, I can wait just a little bit longer. And we can, you know, not really suppress those urges, but master them, be aware of them. They don't run the show. I run the show, okay? We have 3 of Wands here. And so, you know, and then on a very basic level too, it's taking care of our material resources, whether that's money or all the things that you have in your house. How do you care for it? What do you do with it? How do you value it? And I think at the very foundation of the King of Pentacles, it is about you just having it all together as far as taking care of yourself, taking care of your physical needs, and being responsible in that way. There's that Saturn again. Then we have the 3 of Wands here, and look at this creativity blossoming. And what I'm seeing here is you see these 2 side stalks that are still in the bud. And then you see the blossom in the middle. And in relationship, we have one person plus one person, and it's not 1/2 person plus 1/2 person makes a whole. You know, somebody, oh, you complete me, and, you know, I wasn't whole until no. I mean, I can understand, I wasn't whole until I met you because you helped me do my healing work. That works. But the best, you know, a real relationship is one in which both people are bringing their best and doing their work on themselves and taking care of their physical needs and all that stuff. But you have 2 people that come together, and the relationship that's created is like a third thing. It's an entity. So the 1 + 1 creates a relationship that can't exist without both of them together. And so talking about a creative thing and expressing what that looks like, what am I going to create? And even solo here, if we're talking about solo, it's just, I'm going to take this and I'm going to take this. What am I going to do with my resources and what I'm going to create? And the Fool over here says something brand new, something wonderful and brand new. It's time to launch your ideas and projects. We were talking about that, you know, Saturn and Taurus having a plan, and what's the plan? What has the plan been for a while? This is saying launch. And then we have the Lovers card. And then we have the 9 of Pentacles. Wow! So we have the Lovers, where this can be your relationship with yourself as well. This can be your relationship with spirit. The, you know, new levels of intimacy there. And no matter how incredible this relationship is that you create together, and look at the Spirit shining down, the dove coming down, it takes devotion, the physical responsibility here, it takes devotion to that relationship. So like, if it is a romantic partnership, you have to show up for that person physically. Do you eat together? You know, you can't go like months with just not even seeing each other. You have connection points, right? And same thing with spirit. If it's your relationship with spirit, your connecting points. Do you sit down and chant? Do you say prayers? Do you meditate? Do you daily say, hey, thank you so much for being there? You know, how do you maintain your end of the relationship there? And then within relationships, Nine of Pentacles says you still have to have your own. So there's the balance, is in your devotion, your commitment, your obligation to the relationship, to the other, and your same obligation to maintain and check inward, be connected inward. The solitude, the alone time that you spend getting to know yourself. The most important relationship in your life is with yourself. All right, let me see here. King of Wands. Okay, the Kings. The Kings are coming up because they're talking about mastery, and that's what Saturn is too. Saturn is achievement. So King of Pentacles is, what are the foundations of our mastery? And in the present moment, what are our physical foundations? What are our physical needs? Are they met? King of Wands is, what am I doing with all of this? This wonderful creativity and the Lovers, when you start pouring out your passion and your creativity from a great place of groundedness and a strong physical foundation, then the Lovers, attraction, that creativity, that inspiration, that passion that comes out attracts to it. So let's talk about the nature of how relationships get started to begin with. It's the attraction principle. We see someone and with it, you know, our soul's vibe, or gee, I love their hair, or you know, my neuroses, recognize your neuroses. But there's that attraction, you know? And so when you're putting forth this passion, then it becomes very, very attractive. And the King of Wands here, hold on. And then, you know, on this side, we have going into new territory. We've got the relationship stuff here, but we're also coming into new territory of relating to me and the indwelling spirit that lives there. And then we also have Judgment at the bottom. So the King of Wands and the Queen of Cups. So the King of Wands is about mastery at the creative level. Being able to direct those passions, and also kind of being able to delegate and being able to inspire others. You know, your inspiration, your passion ignites passion in others. And look, he attracted the Queen of Cups here. Fire and water. This is the marriage of the goddess and God, the ultimate relationship, the marriage between the force and the form. The things that we look at as opposites that are absolutely not opposite, because they are one. They're part of one whole. And the Judgment card comes up here. Judgment talks about an inevitability, but Judgment also talks about a transformation. So one of the ways we can transform our relationships and take them to, you know, their highest level is by participating in ritual or whatever you do, reading, but looking at the seasons and the relationship between the God principle and the goddess principle. How does that act through the seasons? You know, Beltane, we saw fertility, the sun, the god, the rays warming the earth, and the seed, which is also the god, and the womb of the goddess, and everything pouring forth, and flowers and blossoms and all that kind of stuff. So there's that relationship. There's the spark when they first come together. And then as we move into summer solstice, we talk about commitment. Summer settles in. The plants are growing. They are going to produce, you know. Fascinating. But Judgment says, like the last ones did, we are at a crossroads. It is time to look at the transformation of our personal. Look at the rainbow, you guys. Next Wednesday, I think, or Thursday, starts Pride Month. And may all be safe. But this judgment card says it's time for us to transform our own relationships into something that is akin to the divine relationship of goddess and God, from which all pours forth. All right. Woo, I love this deck. I almost bitched there. I almost bitched. I bit it back. Thank you, Luna. Okay, give me even for the solitary. Oh no, they're both even, so 2 or 4 is what I need. 2 or 4 and a little bit of sandalwood, I think. I hope I still have. Do I still have? Yay! Okay. I still have hot charcoal. Okay, 2 or 4, please. 2 or 4. 4. All right, let me catch up here. All right. Yes, both past relationships and behavioral issues almost starved as... Oh, Maruda. I am so sorry, honey. That's deep. That is deep, primal, core stuff. And I'm very, very sorry. I'm very sorry you went through that. I had issues as a newborn as well, and they have resonated down my entire life. So, my heart to you, dear. Working on a relationship with self and spirit. Yeah, Max, I mean, that's where you find it. And yes, sometimes if we haven't really connected, we can or if we're, feeling sort of bereft and not connected, going out in nature can bring that connection. But for me, and ultimately here is where you find spirit. And when you start finding spirit there, then you start having the conflict between the false selves that you've had to develop in order to survive and the true self, the divine spark. So they kind of start bumping heads because they're incompatible. So then you start seeing little crises, but it's healing crises where the false stuff falls away and leaves room for the good stuff. Okay. Like Tesla said, we finally rock that everything is energy, so everything is vibration, so everything is frequency. When you don't like the vibrations going on around you, you focus on raising your vibration to the frequency that is attracting you. Yes, absolutely. Oh, I'm sorry, Nick. Oh, all right, we'll see you later. Blessed be. That's a bummer. Yeah, it was, wasn't it? These, I never know. Sometimes I feel like I say the same thing every time, but boy, from the Astro Dice on out, this has been really clear about what they've been talking about. Wow, Laura. Well, I'm glad you're getting something, honey. Okay. What did I say? 4? Did it give me 4? Yes. So we have Sacred Rose. And then we finish up with Solitary Witch. And I want to say thank you. Somebody sent me a donation after last week's live, and I can't remember their name right now. I did send a note saying thank you to them. And there are links below if you would like to support me or the channel. I appreciate every little thing. That's another connection and another way that keeps the wheel turning. So, okay. It seems when we do all these decks together in the Astro Dice, I don't have to try to program questions into them. They all know. They're all primed. They're all ready and waiting. You know what, Maruda? I'm not so sure about the whole meant to be thing. I take a really kind of Buddhist stance on this, that it's wheels of karma. Whenever someone takes an action, that's a cause and there's an effect. And we set countless wheels in motion when we are alive, and some are resolved and some are not. And the ones that are not, once we pass, that's our karma. That's kind of the frequency, the electrical charge that we carry with us. And when we're attracted back down into this earth plane, and I do not believe that we pick our abusers so that they can abuse us in a particular way. No, my goddess wouldn't work that way. I don't think. Could be surprised, but I don't think. Anyway, once we get, it's energy and vibration and frequency. We get attracted to things, and certainly the vibe that we carry, we're going to be pulled towards an existence where we can work these things out, and we can reconnect with people, and we can heal. But how that exactly unfolds is part of the chaos of the universe. It's just how wheels intersect and what attracts what at particular times. And I can understand looking at it as like an inevitability. When I look at my early trauma now, I just look at the fact that having no bond with my earthly mother drove me to the cosmic mother. And that's a really fortuitous thing. So, however it works for you and however you look at things, my dear, I support you in your healing. All of you, all of us. Okay. All right. Hanged Man comes up here. Ace of Pentacles in the World. Wow. Okay. So Hanged Man is willful submission to the things that are beyond our control. It says, I am safe. I am safe where I am. I am safe in my own skin. I am safe in the universe, and you can hang me by my foot and make me powerless, and I am safe and I am connected with spirit. It can also talk about just, delay and things being in waiting mode. But I think the track that we're going on now, and when we're doing readings for the collective, we're looking for, the messages of empowerment. Where does our power lie at any particular time? And the Hanged Man can say that your power lies in knowing where you have no power, in knowing what is not your territory and not your arena and not your problem to solve. And even knowing, that you can't control the things that you really want to control, but you recognize those things that are out of your control are, that's the old Catholic school, you offer it up, offer it up. I can't control those things. These are the things that I trust you, oh my goddess, to take care of for my highest good, for the highest good of all concerned, right? Ace of Pentacles is a new beginning in the physical, and the World is like the ultimate of completion on all the realms. Eight of Swords and Knight of Cups. Okay. I'm waiting for the drums to wrap up here. Gotcha. Okay. So Ace of Pentacles, the Hanged Man. So I'm looking at a new kind of physical or practical beginning of this wisdom, this understanding of what belongs to me, what doesn't. What do I have control of, what don't I? I'm sorry, the pollen's getting, I've got itchies. I'm not picking, I'm scratching. And beginning a practical, this has hit me between the eyes so hard. Having a practice, just a practice that we do on a regular basis. That this is, getting something together in the physical. We started off with that King of Pentacles, mastery in the physical. This is the beginning in the physical, the beginning of a new structure, Saturn, a new plan. And Eight of Swords here says that whatever is making us feel trapped, guess where that trap is? It's up here. So we can go, when we're faced with the fact that we're not in control of everything and everyone, we can go to the victim place. Poor me, I'll never be able to, and I'm hearing so loud that this has to be all within our means. Scale this. We scale these messages to within the reality of our lives, right? And then the Hanged Man in the World. Ooh, what's the difference between where I am and having it all? Is there a difference? Is there a difference? And then Knight of Cups here is an offer. He looks so serene. Look at this. And his beautiful horse. So he has something to offer us in the emotional. The Eight of Swords is talking about when the stories we create make us go blind. They make us go blind to reality. And also just how we can continually wound ourselves with these swords. Ow, ow, somebody's stabbing me, but I got a blindfold on so I don't see it's me. Wow. And so these are also all the mental blockages that stop us from getting a spiritual practice together and stop us from doing something according to a commitment to show up every day. God, Saturn in Taurus that's commitment. That is commitment. So these are the things that block us and stop us from doing the very simple task. The Ace is as simple as it gets. The simple task of just sitting down and doing it. The simple task of, now I'm going to meditate. Doing it. And then the Knight of Cups brings in emotional opportunities. Okay, hold on. Let me wrap this up. And then we got the Fool again. This brings us into a brand new beginning. So we think that we're on, looking for the ultimate in success and having it all. But the truth is, what is having it all? It's losing it all. It's losing it all. It's coming back to zero. Zero, all potential. The Fool that has let go of any illusions of control whatsoever. Just here I am, just bare of all those layers. Whew, hold on. Okay, catching up. Samantha. Beginning, a middle, and an end. Cancer moon in 11. Wow, Maruda. Oh, Laura, sweetie. Sam, get the cookies. Stat, do you need chocolate? Yes, you can't nurture others as effectively when you're not nurturing yourself. Yes, and if you don't know how your nurturing feels to you, how do you know how it feels to somebody else? Maybe it's, Yeah. No scratches. Oh, snickerdoodles, hibiscus digital tea. Shot of brandy? Could you use one? Oh, a little more gas. Yes, this is why I love the group in chat. This is why I love our little circle. This is a little virtual coven, This is a virtual Easy Bake Coven like we used to have in Mother Drum without all the wonderful music, unfortunately. I mean, we do have the drums. Thank goddess for that. So we need to let go of our illusions of control and success and having it all, get started, get through our mental obstacles, open up emotionally, and come to zero. And the Knight of Cups there too is saying don't be afraid to feel what's happening when your illusions fall away. It's the grief thing. Just, you know, we all have to grieve when the changes hit. All right, Solitary Witch. Thank you so much tonight. Wow, my gang is on it. These are so beautiful. I gotta get them edged. One more riffle. All right. Scoochie over, star. All right. Wishes. Her herb garden, or a herb garden, I don't know. The milk of the mother flows. Wishes. Her herb garden. The milk of the mother flows. So here's the intention. Here's planting the seeds and tending them. And here is the abundance. Here is the goddess energy flowing through it all that makes the plants to grow. I could be just burping in your ear so many times, just so bad tonight. Just thought you ought to know that. Okay, time to make wishes. Clootie spells and charms. What are clootie spells? Are those the ones that you tie? That you tie in a tree? That's got to be Scottish, right? Samantha, you have to know. What's a clootie spell? C-L-O-U-T-I-E, clootie. Let's see. The ribbons. Yes, the ribbon spells. Witches are wishes in the many ways we make them. Having blessed the ribbons, infusing them with her energies and imprinting her desires upon them, she took them to the strongest branch of a beloved tree friend. She knew this friend would welcome working with her, for their relationship has been forged over many, many moon cycles. She knotted the ribbons once, twice, thrice to bind in the magics, and the tree leant in and whispered to her that it would gather its energy and send it to her wishes. In return, it asked that she continue to be a friend to the growing world. In years to come, the ribbons will be raised higher and higher, become frayed and tattered with rain and wind, and be taken by birds to create nests. As that happens, those dreams and wishes will be woven into her life. Trust the trees with your wishes. They will protect them and help them grow until they are so every day that you almost forget how they were once no more than dreams. For now, they are real. Thank the tree, your ally, your magical co-creator of a beautiful life. So I love the idea of when you tie the ribbons in and that the ribbons will get higher and higher through the years. That's amazing. I would also say, please make sure that you use biodegradable ribbon and not ribbon with any wire in it if you want the little birds to come and take pieces. Okay. And look, this is number 1, this is number 2. What do you know about that? She sees the result of many years of quiet work. Some said this was an impossible garden. The wrong soil, too much wind, not even water. Nothing much could grow here, so they said, but she persisted and nurtured and tended and cared. And over time, these elements were woven into a place that could support the green life she longed for. Here, there are herbs to burn for clearing a home of energy that stills its life force. There are herbs that bring peace at night and deep, sweet sleep. Between these, there grow herbs to ease sore throats, to brighten eyes, to soften the skin, to bring about desire, to make love last, to protect a sailor when storms come, and to help a traveler return safely home. She has grown all of these, crooned to them under the moonlight, as though to children who need love and guidance, to grow strong and well. And now she sees what she has created and plans for the first harvest and the many potions and teas, smoking bundles, and hair washes she will create. But first, a moment to thank the Great Mother for giving her the foresight to grow nearly all she needs. The abundance that is the earth's gifts, the abundance that is the earth's gifts her strength and a true sense of being able to care for herself, and how to help the world grow through her gentle hands, broken-nailed, coarse, and full of power. Herbal magics, growing a garden, self-sufficiency in magic, herbs grown with love and integrity for magical works. Now, yeah, I could launch, but I'm not going to. Magic on all levels. You know, the magical garden, the small magics. The small magics. Okay. Then the milk of the mother flows. Just as you have nurtured others, you too will be nurtured. Amidst the bounty, so here we are talking about relationships and nurturing again. This was relationship with nature. So here now we have our relationship with nature. We had with ourselves and with spirit. Now it's with the earth. Amidst the bounty of the orchard of life, everything you have worked and dreamt into being is now yours to enjoy. You love to give, and the universe will ensure that you are given to in return. Feel safe in giving, feeding, sharing, and opening up. You are the hanged man. I am safe. You are the god or goddess personified and brought into human form. You are the world to others. You are beloved and needed and adored. The sensation of being able to give all that another human needs will not be here for all time. But every mother that has children grown, that sigh. But it is the most precious time, and it is the time that shows how divine you truly are. Know that you are the center of another being's universe. You are the fruition of their dreams. All about you is plenty. This is the result of your manifesting your caring nature, your generosity, and the willingness to explore the full potential of your own nurturing nature. Embrace this feeling of creativity and care, whether it is for a baby, a child, a partner, your friends, animals, or your own soul. You are reaching a point of completion. Share this fulfillment, allow others to fulfill you, back to relationships, and know that you will radiate this energy out into the world with a sense of contentment, will inspire others to fulfill their own dreams in the way you so surely have. So this is harvest, richness, manifestation, complete. Incredible bonds between you and others. Nurturing satisfies you, fulfills you, and feeds you in return. A time of peak, full-flowing energy that will influence your world for years to come. Full circle here, but we're going the rest of the way. The comforts of friendship. So here we are back to friendships as well. Sweet Ostara harvest. So between the wishes and her herb garden come the comforts of friendship, where we can get together with others of like mind and spirit and have some tea out of that herb garden and do some magic together. Do some of the small magics together and the great magics together. And if you are fortunate enough to have a group, you know, whether it's straight up coven or just a group of friends of, you know, that get together and laugh, eat food, you know, share things, laugh, play together. If you have friends like that, you are truly blessed. So there's the call to gather with friends. And let's look up Sweet Ostara harvest. And I am going to read, the not the whole thing, but just the keywords for comforts of friendship here. Companions of the soul, long-term friends, being known and understood. All right. And, you know, seeing and being seen, someone with whom you can really unmask, be yourself, know that you are safe and that you are seen and that you are received and respected, you know, and giving that back in return, and that wonderful circle of friendship. Sweet Ostara harvest is the spring equinox, reconnecting to vitality, feeling invigorated and inspired, ready for action, love, creativity, laughter, and joy. A desire to move and dance with the rhythms of the earth and her creatures, caring for young ones, caring for your own inner child. Bright, sparkling, warm energy, curiosity, high engagement and interaction with the world and nature, inhabiting nature gladly and fully. Whee! So we have from the mother's milk flowing down here to the mother's milk flowing to nourish us. And Maruta, I am so aware of you there when I'm looking at this mother's milk flowing. And I can tell you that my core infant wound was healed when I finally breastfed my daughter, and the grief and the milk flowed together, and wow, okay. So we come into great engagement with life. We receive the nourishment that we need. So Maruta, to do a spell of receiving milk and honey from the goddess. But that nourishment, that nutrition, that spirit nutrition flows and gives us that great vitality and the will to really engage with life. And then we have Lunasa, which is the next quarter coming up, or cross quarter. My birthday, August 1st. Okay. Forgiveness of self and other. Oh, wow. Forgiveness of self and others. Restorative actions to reweave balance and good feelings between people who matter to you. Willingness to let go, give away, or transmute what is no longer in any way useful or good within your life. Opportunity to harvest and clear the field. Giving thanks, saying farewell, and knowing it is possible to do both simultaneously. Wow! So, recognizing those primal wounds and having the intent here to see yourself in a new way, to see yourself healed, to see a version of yourself that is whole and healed, and planting the seeds, like that spiritual discipline, planting the seeds to see that happen. And every time you do something like meditation that's spiritual and has you really connecting with yourself at a deep level, you plant more seeds that you maybe what I want to say is you uncover more of what's in you that's been covered over in trauma and grief. And then you learn how to nourish yourself. You take the place of the great goddess and you bring her divine mothering to yourself. And you let that milk flow and you take the nourishment, and then you can let go. You can let go and you can heal. And if you can't heal a relationship with your mother, for instance, you can heal that relationship within yourself. So ultimately, it's about healing the relationship within yourself, whether or not you can heal it with an actual person, particularly if they're toxic. But talking about here, getting together with friends, looking at back to the very beginning, the relationships that are worth the time and effort to maintain, worth the commitment. And the first one, we had grief at the bottom here. Here we have forgiveness and justice by Lunasa. Wow. Okay. Let me. Yep. I mean, I don't know why I don't think about well, I know why I don't think about doing it in my woods now, because the ticks are so bad. You cannot go in those woods without getting one. But there are other trees. Certainly there are other trees. A tree by a river would be great. The chrysalistro. Do I have the chrysalistro? The Clutie card. Or is that... Hold on, I have to look. Sorry. Talk amongst yourselves. No. That's what I thought. Crystal Visions. I was pretty sure it wasn't chrysalis, but I couldn't come up with it, so thanks for indulging me. Now my brain can rest a little bit. Okay, keep reading. So I'm going to have to look at the Chrysalis Tarot. I've not seen it. Is that mass market or is it an indie deck? A dogwood in the front. Oh, yeah. We've got a dogwood out back. Making a note in your diary. Oh. And it certainly can. It certainly can. I used to do a meditation where I would imagine myself as a tiny infant and just in the arms of the Great Mother. And if you do that enough times, regularly, that vision can start taking hold. And particularly when you are connecting with spirit and you are reaching out, to the goddess in whatever form you recognize, whether it's just energy or a something specific, that when you reach out in that way, when you take steps towards your own healing, the universe is going to meet you more than halfway, far more than halfway. When you take painful steps towards your own healing, positive steps, committed steps towards your own healing, the universe will come racing to meet you with open arms. I guarantee you. Mass market. Okay. I'll look at that. Catherine, A Wrinkle in Time, yes. That's a good suggestion there, Samantha. Wrinkle in Time is an excellent book, and it's a youth book. So it's a fast read and it's really good. A ribbon card in the Beltane Oracle. Yes. I think it might be, I think in the Beltane one it's more like the Maypole. Awesome. When Meg meets Aunt Beast. All right, you guys. Well, Sam and Maruda, I know you're having a conversation, so wow. All right, you guys. This, I'm always just blown away how this whole thing works. It seems so improbable, doesn't it? But it works. It really works. So, where are we? Almost an hour and a half? That's fine. Yes, I'm liking doing fewer than 6 decks because I always have to, I always go, and I have to pull myself back. But, that's how I do things. Being Plutonian, I have to go all the way to the edge before I pull it back. Anyhow, I really, really appreciate you guys being here so very much. I love watching your conversations. The things that you say really add to my understanding of things, and it's amazing. There's my wish list down below. There's a couple things that you can click to donate or to join the Patreon, and And as far, likes are great because it helps more people see the channel, but I'm not monetized and I'm not driving at making money. I'm not trying to make money at this. It's nice when there's a circle. It's nice. But, that's not what I'm here for. So if you choose to send something my way, bless you, bless you. And if you buy me a deck, your name gets put in the book and you get blessings every time I use that deck. All right, you guys. Wait, I want to catch up here. Forgive her, Father, because wow. Yes, please tap the like button. Please, please. Thanks, Roxanne. Thank you, everybody. I know they really were. They were really coherent. Thank you so much for being here, Catherine and Roxanne and Maruda and Natalie and Sam and Max and anybody that I missed. I'm so glad that we have a small enough circle that I can name everybody. Anyhow, take care, you guys, and I'll see you next time. I'll put up a video for Friday, and